Now, one of my favorite things to do in the winter, or the spring for that matter, is to go up to the mountain and ski. Now, I've skied most of my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Montana that I heard about uphill skiing, also known as Alpine Touring. The sport has grown nationwide in recent years, so I figured with the chairlifts closed in our area due to the coronavirus, now is the perfect time. So I met up with some friends from Red Lodge and gave it a try.
Lifts are sketchy. I'd rather just hike.
Whether you just don't trust a chairlift or it's all about those fresh tracks in the morning, uphill skiing has grown in popularity in recent years. Also known as skinning or alpine touring, hiking up the mountain to earn your way back down has become a staple for Red Lodge locals. So I figured I'd join the guys and give uphill skiing a try. Lifts aren't running anymore, so I gotta hike up. But first, let's go back to the parking lot to see what gear we need. First, obviously, you need a set of skis, but those need an accessory. You'll need a pair of skins. These are Velcro-like strips that allow your skis to grip to the snow and hike uphill. Touring bindings and boots allow the skier to lift their heel while walking, allowing for a more natural trip up mountain. If you're a boarder, a nice pair of snowshoes will help your cause. And if you're a newbie like me, well, you're just gonna have to boot pack. I'm carrying my skis and my boots up with me as I hike up in plain old snow boots. It's certainly doable, but not recommended.
Yeah, it's amazing how good the technology is right now. And you can cruise up if you have the right stuff, and it can really bog you down if you don't.
And believe me, you will feel it on the way up. Ski runs that seemed flat and slow, even bunny hills, start to create a burn in the legs.
It's just kind of it's a weird sensation because you're so used to being, 20 feet off the ground on a chairlift.
But no chairlifts here today, no churns, just walking straight on up.
I mean, the reward's worth the effort you put in. It just feels like a little bit of exercise, which is rewarding in its own right.
It's a good workout, about killed me, but every turn I made coming down here this morning was worth it.
These skiers are hiking for those fresh tracks, a chance to ski where nobody else has, and diehard skiers in Red Lodge will forego the chairlifts just to get a taste.
Definitely a culture around this part, so it's a big thing for everyone to do.
It's just a passion for us to come up here and make some turns in the snow.
And that passion stems from the town's close proximity to the resort. Just a short drive away, the mountain has become a place where the community comes together to enjoy the outdoors.
There's a lot of nostalgia here. A lot of people just grew up riding this mountain, and the community's really tight. So I think that definitely the motivation's different, but I think in general, most people live here because of the mountain. It's just one of their passions.
These are some of the talks we had on the way up and while taking a well-deserved break at the top, but the time has finally come. We made our way up trying to trade out the sunglasses for the goggles and go enjoy some fresh snow. My legs shake as I start to go downhill after enduring the trip up, but we're rewarded with the feeling every ski and snowboarder loves. Fresh powder swallowing our feet.
If you've been here, you know the feeling.
Oh man, it's just floating. It's freeing. You don't actually have to sit and think once you actually have it down.
As we make our way down the slopes, I realize this is the only run I'm going to get in today. I'm a little out of breath, maybe a little disappointed that this is my only chance, but hey, at least this time I earned my run. I had a great time uphill skiing at Red Lodge, but I want to remind you that I did shoot that a few weeks ago before the governor issued his stay-at-home order, and Red Lodge was actually seeing huge crowds of skiers from all over the area, Montana, Wyoming, and so they eventually had to close their mountain to the public in order to help enforce those social distancing guidelines. So, like me, we're all just gonna have to wait to get a taste of that snow downhill next season.